So we have for the first trailer is the wild robot, and
Mhm.
this one, as far as said it best, he said it's like the sleeper hit. It seems like it's going to be the sleeper. No one, I guess, other than critics, have seen it, and they've seen it early, obviously, and it's by DreamWorks. So
Yeah.
I mean, they're up there with Pixar. Why not? They handle business. So that's gonna be the first trailer. We're gonna check that out right now.
All
Um,
right.
and here we go.
Incident report. At 0300 hours, a number of Universal Dynamics robots were lost in a typhoon. Chance of recovery is unlikely.
Do you need assistance? Aggression detected. I see your problem. Processing language.
You need to learn how things work on this island.
Hello.
Goslings in print on the first thing they see.
Which would be you. You're his mother now.
I do not have the programming.
No one does. He needs to swim and fly.
Swimming's easy. I can teach him the way my mom taught me. Swim! He's a runt. His chances aren't so good.
I will protect him.
He's got to leave this island by fall.
Right, Bill?
It is more dangerous for him than anyone else. But he has a chance. If where his wings end, his heart can pay the balance.
You are not easy to find. You are defective. I feel fine. You should not feel anything at all.
What?
No!
Sometimes, to survive, we must become more than we were programmed to be. I will protect all of you.
You are ordered to return home.
I am already home, and I am a wild robot.
So
Yeah,
they're just
that's gonna be a hit. Yeah.
So the fox just yeets the duckling into the pond, and Peter doesn't say a word.
Hey man, some of us had to learn to swim the same way. You'll be all right.
That's all I want to say. I thought he was gonna say at the end of that, just yeet right in the pond. Swim.
No, that
Pedro
does look good.
Pedro's tired of watching people's kids in every movie he's in now.
Man.
He's become the father of Hollywood at this point.
Right. He's like, who else if you can't trust him with Joel, who can you trust him with?
We need a father figure. How does Din Djarin sound right now? What's he doing right now?
But it is crazy the little promotion that this movie has actually had. It's like, I agree with Tafari. This is probably gonna wind up being a sleeper because outside of social media, you wouldn't know about this movie.
No, you wouldn't.
That's the crazy part.
I feel like I'm hoping it doesn't. I feel like it'll underperform at the box office. It'll do good in award season. Hopefully makes up or at least breaks even on streaming / Blu-ray sales. But the fact that I didn't even know this was based off a book either.
Neither. I didn't know that either.
And apparently people are saying it seems very accurate to the source material. But they were saying robot movies don't miss. Warner Brothers has the Iron Giant. Disney has Wall-E and Big Hero 6. Now DreamWorks gets to enter the ring with this. So
really, a lot of animated films do very well.
Yeah.
And you know, just because you don't hear the buzz of, oh, it's made $1 billion or something like, doesn't really mean that it's a failure by default. They actually do very well. Inside Out did very well, and you really heard nothing about it.
Oh, Inside Out was one of those movies where a lot of adults went in there was like, you related more to the movie than your kids did.
yeah, I felt more attacked in the second one than I did the first one, which actually just came out on Wednesday. If anybody's haven't seen it yet.
My wife has been waiting to see it on Disney Plus. She's like, I want to see Inside Out too, just because. I said,
It's there now. And then I didn't realize that was Lupita playing the main character, the actual robot.
That voice threw me off.
That's why I feel like this will be like it won't get the praise it deserves, but it's gonna be it won't be dissed if it ever comes up in conversation.
No,
Iron Giant ain't talking about, like, Iron Giant isn't discussed like that, but that man made it back into a video game. And I've always said that
Iron Giant is not as discussed as much as it was, I'd say 5 years ago at best. You know, we're dealing with a whole different generation of people who, let's face it, haven't been introduced to that. You know, it was kind of like a shot in the dark.
If you really think about it, they didn't have the same movie experience, I guess you could say, that we had. Like, let's be honest, for most Pixar, DreamWorks, Disney movies, we had the theater experience. Eventually we had the VHS for all those that remember. We had those cassette times. You can turn around and replay the same movie over and over again. But a lot of these kids, they're just, if it's not readily available, they're not getting the same experience. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they take this, though. Yeah, I'm definitely watching it.
Because I haven't passed up an animated film yet. I just haven't, just because my wife used to tease me. She was like, "You've seen all these Disney films?" Yep.
It's because every Disney film has a slight hint of sarcasm.
Even when I used to go to the Boys and Girls Club when I was little, the local theater would kind of hook us up with like dollar movie days. They would take an old film like Aladdin or a Lion King, and they would have a theater showing just for us. And people would go, even though they had it on like DVD or VHS if you caught the Disney Vault drop before it went back in. But I also like that. I also like that when it comes to movies like these, you kind of get the first plot. And clearly there's a whole third act that you're going to be caught by stuff. Because, like, we could easily make this a movie about a robot teaching a duck to fly. But then that whole, hopefully second half of them trying to take her from the actual animals and whatever that's going to. Because, like, WALL-E, I kind of get it, robot taken to space. I didn't expect any of what happened for the second half of that movie. And I wasn't disappointed.
Right.
Which, by the way, if you watched WALL-E, we are severely close to having that happen. I'm talking about the arcs. That's what I'm talking about.
We are literally one good invention away from the fact of making everything else obsolete. We are just once that one invention has reared its ugly head. I you know what? At that point, I really am building Serenity. Bump that. I will not be. I will build a Firefly class ship first before that happens.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go catch this I think I'm gonna catch a matinee for this tomorrow since it comes out this weekend.
Yeah, that is this weekend. So I'm actually looking forward to that one. So, like I said, those type of animated films never really disappoint, which is why, like at D23 when it was announced that they were doing a third Incredibles, the crowd went ballistic.
How long have we waited for that movie?
Dude, we should have had a third one by now, and we should have had a spinoff with Frozone and his family.
We should have had the holiday. You know what? I'm just gonna throw this out there. Disney, feel free to take the suggestion. If you want to give us a holiday special outside the one you already gave us for Guardians of the Galaxy, give Frozone and Honey the dinner special that we always wondered what happened.
Yeah. I'm surprised it wasn't a DVD thing, because like the whole Jack Attack thing, that was promoted as its own reason to buy the DVD when Incredibles dropped. Back in like 2004. And at this point, not even a movie. I'll take a 6-episode, hour-long a piece Disney Plus series, because at this point we wanted a movie, but now that you have streaming, let's flesh out Frozone.
I'm just saying, between Jack and the raccoon, does the raccoon come back for a sequel? Just like I
like back to raccoons, back for revenge.